Shus, Void Maran Rabban Gedali Tayr Shlita, Choshev Rosh Yeshiva Rabbanim Shlita, Kol HaMesaimim, Kol HaTalmidei Chachamim, Kol Kahal Kadisha Adain, was sind zusammengekommen, Lekvoide Shel Torah, Lekvoid dem Siyum Hashas, vom 13. Machzer, vom Daf HaYomi. Es ist bekannt, als der Nummer Yud Gimel hat eine spezielle Maschmois. Also wenn wir treffen in Marsha und Shabbos, als der Nummer ist die Agei lechol Dover shebekadusha. Es hebt sich an von die Shleishes Reimide shel Rachmim shel Kodesh Baruch Hu, was es nimmt darum, Achdusa Yisbarach Shemai, mit der Gematria von Echad ist weiter Yud Gimel, euch die Midas Shatayr nidreshes beim Sinnen Yud Gimel und euch der Mensch kommt an zu Kedushas HaMitzvahs, wenn kommt an zu 13 Jahren. Leidem ist doch Poshet, als Machzer Yud Gimel von Siyum Hashas hat extra Schleimus und Avada ist für uns alle ein größtes Chus zu nehmen Achelek und zu sein Schutfim mit dem schönen Schleimus Ashreinu Matoiv Chalkeinu. In this past week's parasha, the Torah relates that Yaakov Avinu sent Yehuda, he sent him ahead to Goshen. Yaakov Avinu sent Yehuda, he sent him ahead to Goshen to establish a yeshiva. And why is it so important for the Torah to relate that Yehuda had to establish a yeshiva? Was Yehuda a master builder? Was he an engineer, an architect? Was he an expert fundraiser? Why does the Torah make a dogesh that Yaakov Avinu sent Yehuda Goshna? He sent him forward to Goshen to establish a Beis HaRosh and Misham Teitzei Torah, and it was Dafka Yehuda. We find in this week's parasha that Yaakov Avinu benches his children. Each one of the sons had a special bracha that characterizes their kaiches, their attributes, their mission, their tafkid. Three of the Shvatim are connected to Torah. Lo Yasser Shevet me Yehuda Machaykik ben Raglov, Yehuda Machaykiki. He was from him the Nasiim, came the Nasiim who were Moira Halacha. From them, and the Gemara in Sanhedrin says, B'nei Bonim of Hillel, who taught Torah. Le'osa Shevet mi Yehuda Machaykik ben Raglov, he was the Machaykik, the one that led, that paskind, Moira Hayra, that was Shevet Yehuda. Yisachar Chomer Gorim. Yisachar was a Chomer Gorim, he withstood the whole, he bore the burden. Vayet Shichma Lisbal. He took upon himself the burden of teaching B'Melamed Torah. And in Zayis HaTorah, we find Moshe Rabbeinu that benches Shevet Levi. Yoru Mishpatecha. That Shevet Levi is a Meir Hara. Shevet Levi is also Meir Hara to Yaakov, to Yisrael, the Mishpatim, the Torahs. These three Shvatim had a special connection to Torah. Of course, all of Klal Yisrael has a connection to Torah. All of Klal Yisrael stood in Har Sinai. And all of the brachas that Yaakov Avinu gave to each individual son applies to the others, but there's something special, it's miyuchra, a special tafkid for the brachas that he gave to each son. What's the common denominator between these three Shvatim? Why were they all zoicha to the Keser Torah? Why were all of these shvatim, did they have the schus to have a kesher with Torah and to be malamed Torah? Yisachar Chomer Gorim. The Zohar says that the Chamor, he bears the burden of his master. And unlike other animals, he doesn't rebel, rarely rebels against his master. He doesn't deviate from his task. He bears the burden totally, completely, without deviation, without rebellion. That's an element of Mesiras Nefesh. To be Meiser Nefesh, to withdraw from the luxuries and the tanugim of Olam Hazeh, to bear completely the burden, the ol of Torah, that comes with an element of Mesiras Nefesh. Levi, he was Zeichet to Torah, the pasuk that says right before Yor Mishpatecha, the pasuk says that he said to his mother Yemimai va'aviv that he doesn't know them, he doesn't know his brothers, he doesn't know his children. When it came with the ched of the Egel, by the time of the ched of the Egel, when there was the call of Mila Hashem Elai, they Yasu Alav and Levi, they gathered together and they punished those who were Avodah Zarah, and they were able to overcome the most difficult Nisayim, to look aside, not to recognize, not to see, not to know family members, parents, brothers, children, not to see them, not to know them, not to recognize them. A Mesiras Nefesh of a different sort, but a different Mesiras Nefesh to put aside all emotions, all feelings, the most fundamental emotions of mankind, to carry out the Ratzon Hashem. It's Mesiras Nefesh. Yehuda, Vayigash alav Yehuda, as Rashi says, Vayigash was prepared for Milchama. He was prepared to wage war. He was in the palace of Yosef, of the viceroy of Egypt, with virtually no chance of succeeding. And even though he may have been a Gibor, but B'derech HaTeva, no chance of succeeding. The Medrash says that Yehuda said to Yosef, if I draw my sword, I will start with you and end with Paro Rabcha. Yosef heard that. He got up from the stone that he was sitting on, Bod Bovenasa Gal Shel Tzroiris, and it turned to a pile of rubble. Toma Yehuda v'Omar Gibor hu mimeni. Yehuda said that Yosef is a greater Gibor than I am. Vayechzak Charba, and he proceeded to draw his sword. Even though B'derech HaTeva there was no chance whatsoever, he was willing to be Meiser Nefesh to bring back Binyamin to Yaakov Avinu. Mesiras Nefesh. Torah is nikna with Mesiras Nefesh. And that's the common denominator. That's why these three Shvatim were Zeicha to a Kinyan in Torah. Not just a Chelik in Torah. They were Zeicha to a Kinyan in Torah. Because Torah is nikna with Mesiras Nefesh. How appropriate it is in the Daf of the Shavua, Daf Hey and Brachas. We're starting Brachas on Daf Hey. Shalosh Matanas Teives Nasan HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yisrael V'Kulam Lo Nasan Elei De Yisurin. Torah is nikna al Yedei Yisurin. The Marshal says because in order to be kind of Torah, one has to put aside Tanugei Oyam Hazeh, have to put away the disturbances of Oyam Hazeh, the interferences. the exterior and interior interferences. So Yaakov Avinu sent Yehuda. Yaakov Avinu sent Yehuda because he was establishing a Makom Torah. And the Medrash says that he sent him to establish a Makom Torah, Shemisham Liyomadu Torah, and a Beis HaTalmud, Shemisham Teitzei Hayra. It was a Makom Torah not only for the present, it was a Makom Torah for the future. And to have a Kiyam for a Makom Torah, to have a Kiyam for the future, it can only be built on a foundation of Mesiras Nefesh. And Yehuda, he exemplified Mesiras Nefesh, so he was sent, the Yesod of Torah that was built in Mitzrayim was built on Mesiras Nefesh. And that's why we're gathered here today at this beautiful gewaltige Shena Siyum to declare that we don't only want to learn Torah, we want a kinyan in Torah. Ganz Klal Yisrael has a chelik in Torah, but a kinyan in Torah comes with Mesiras Nefesh. And the truth is that the Chavrei Dirshu, they don't really do the daf. They don't really even learn the daf. The Chavrei Dirshu, they live the daf. The Chavrei Dirshu live the daf. It's their life. It's what they live for. The Chavrei Dirshu don't learn the daf. They live the daf. It's their metzius. It's the air they breathe. It's what they wake up in the morning thinking about. It's what they go to sleep thinking about. It occupies every spare moment of the day, and that's a dirshu yid. A dirshu yid allows no opening, no crack, no crevice for the Yetzer Hara, for the Tumah to enter. It takes advantage of every opportunity, learning and chazering, and going deeper. Because they're not satisfied to learn superficially. They're not satisfied just to have a small chelik. They want a kinyan. They want it to be part of their lives. They want to have an enduring kinyan in Torah that comes with the total dedication, devotion, and commitment to learning Torah. Let us go from this Siyum, from this grand Siyum in Manchester, where this wonderful community comes together, ba'achdus, demonstrating true kavod HaTorah with a true rotzon and shukah for Torah. Let's come from this Siyum energized, rejuvenated, with a commitment to go higher and attain a kinyan in Torah. We'd like just to be Messiah with a bracha for all of the mishtatvim in this wonderful community. Yerotzen, sollen alle Zeichen sein weiter zu Vaharev no Hashem Elokeinu es divrei seiroscha befinu. Wir sollen kennen steigen in Limud HaTorah bechedva v'rotzen zu legen noch Shirei Torah, noch Kviyas Itim LaTorah, Mashkia sein in Yediyas HaTorah, kennen Shas, und sich kennen verherren auf Shas, und füllen dem gewaltigen Tam von Me'ein Ohelim Haba, Kulonu Yoidei Shemecha V'loimdei Zorasecha Lishma, und vom der größte Simcha shel Mitzvah Legeimer shel Torah soll nicht bewähren auf uns Sheva Ra von Brocha v'Hatzlocha b'chol Inyonim Beruchnis und Begashmias. Jeder einer soll mitnehmen von die Simchas der Torah, die Broch von der Torah Kedoshim, Orach Yomim B'Yaminai und B'Smola Oishe v'Kovod, Tzorech Brius HaGuf HaNefesh, Nachs de Kedusha Mikol Yotzei Chol Hatzeina B'chol Asher Yasu Yatzliach. Man soll alle Zeichen sein, dienen dem Eibishter mit eich Simcha v'tuv levo, v'shu kol ma'aseinu l'shem shamayim, und bekorov soll mir seine Kind freien mit der größten Simcha. V'avienu l'tzia nircha barina v'yushalayim, beis mikdoshcha b'simcha soilam b'vias goyel b'imher v'yameinu amen.